Mr. Ashok, for joining us today on Let's Talk Business series.
My pleasure.
So, I really want to know from you, how would you summarize your year 2020? What is the best that happened for your group and real estate sector as a whole?
So, Kritika, I mean, this has been a real, learning time for all of us.
Hmm.
They have been very unprecedented. We never, I mean, expected, COVID to hit the globe in such a magnitude. But
Yeah.
having said that, we developers are prima facie very resilient. Okay, so we have gone through a lot of trials, a lot of tough times, in the past several decades. Okay, me for one, my company is now, completing 34 years, in real estate. So we know that things do happen, and how one can be, prepared is the most critical question here.
Hmm.
So people who adapted to technology, they're the ones who, successfully overcome overcame this entire situation. Those who were not very keen on technology had to somehow, find a way out, or had, as it is with so many reforms like RERA in 2016,
Yeah.
demonetization prior to that, and then we're having GST, then we're having the IBC. We, I mean, went through a lot of transformation.
Hmm.
And this was one time that if we were ready for all those transformations, all the four transformations, we could handle this in a much, simpler way, because those were real tougher times where we had to, it was a question of survival.
Hmm.
Yeah, of course, COVID-19 to start with was, as I said, was unprecedented. But having said that, the fraternity really accepted the situation and moved on. We are really grateful that on 26th of August, the government, Maharashtra government,
Hmm.
could see through our pain and agreed to reduce the stamp duty by 3%,
Yeah.
which lasted till 31st December, and then 2% after that, which lasted till yesterday. But having said that, this was one of the major, you know, I would say, breakthroughs for the industry. And thereby you've seen the, I mean, the results are there to speak for itself. So I won't get into the numbers, but you are aware that how month on month, year on year, the registrations improved. We had, over 2,59,000 registrations in December alone in Maharashtra, vis-a-vis 1,09,000 in the previous year in 2019. So
Hmm.
this was one of the major, you know, uh, turnaround, major paradigm shift, which was of course supported by the central government, which gave us, uh, a good reduction in interest. They had a morat for 6 months, which
Hmm.
of course ultimately we had to pay, and now the Supreme Court has supported us by saying not to charge interest on interest, the
Yeah.
compounding factor. So the the housing loan cost, Kritika, that was really very important as far as 2020 is concerned. So
Hmm.
this made people take decisions, the millennials especially. From, I've seen that in September onwards, they started taking huge interest in purchasing premises. Earlier, they were very content in shifting premises on lease,
Hmm.
but they realized that working from home is an important aspect of life, and therefore, how does one actually, get blended with this aspect of life is only by purchasing your own homes. So 2020 has seen a lot of ups and downs, but I see it as a positive move for real estate industry in particular,
Hmm.
because the realization of your own home is what has hit everybody, and people have realized that this is the right time to buy.
True. So
Yeah,
last
Kritika.
year, I had noticed Ekta World had launched a luxury housing project in Khar in Mumbai. So after that, did you notice a certain drop in the home buyers pattern, especially for the luxury housing?
In fact, Kritika, let me tell you with it may be a surprise to you. In the third quarter of 2021, that is from October to December.
Yeah.
Okay, in luxury itself, we have sold our maximum sale in the last 3 or 4 years. So in one quarter we did this sale of 125 crores itself in the luxury sector.
That's great.
So I mean, I would say that luxury did move substantially well. Of course, even the mid segment between 2 and 3 crores did move. The affordable moved very well, but all sectors, I think, had their own share. And I mean, we primarily are in the luxury sector, so we have seen a good traction in luxury sector. Yeah.
That's good to know. So, as you mentioned about the stamp duty, my next question was with regards to that. So now we know Maharashtra government has decided not to extend the 2% stamp duty waiver on the property registration from April onwards. That is from today onwards. So how
Correct.
do you think the coming months are going to be in terms of the sales momentum?
See, Kritika, what has happened is that the people have realized that it is time to buy, okay, that they need a house.
Yeah.
Okay. People are getting more nuclear. The families are getting more nuclear. So whether you're upgrading from a 1 bedroom to a 2 bedroom, or 2 bedroom to 3 bedroom, and so on and so forth, your requirement from your home is still there. Stamp duty only actually made people take decisions faster.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that the increase of 2% stamp duty will dampen the spirits. Yes, initially I mean, this month will be a little slow compared to what it was the last quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
But the requirement still is there. We are still hopeful. We are still urging the government to relook at their decision. Okay, as NAREDCO, as CREDAI, we are hopeful, and we are trying our level best for them to make them see that they should extend this by a few quarters more to actually sustain the revival of the market, because the government has made huge money in stamp duty collections.
Yeah.
Much more than they thought they would make. So by reducing the stamp duty, the government has had no loss at all. In fact, whenever there is a reduction in anything, any prices, the turnover is always increased. You see, even I mean, there was a time about say 25 years back when we had the mobile phone come in. We used to pay 16 rupees a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, you've seen what it is, but the revenue to the industry is much more. Even now, with all the shops, with all the cost, of going. Then also you see it is much better to reduce the rates and have much more revenue than to have higher duties and lesser revenue. So the government has realized also. I must appreciate and thank the government for reducing the premiums.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was contributing to about 35 to 38% of our cost, the project cost. Now, by reducing the premiums, you will see that the amount of income that will be generated by the corporation will be tremendous.
Yeah.
And the government, of course. So these two aspects the government has seen through, and I'm confident that they will reconsider the decision in the coming days. Yeah.
We hope so. It happens. Yeah. So the new pattern which has been noticed during the pandemic, that there has been a shift towards the digital side of selling of real estate, right? So what has been the media mix for you in the last 1 year?
So we are focused more on digital, very honestly. Okay, as I told you that a person who adapts to technology will sustain.
True.
So that goes not only for the developers, it goes for everybody. Even it goes for our buyers.
Yeah.
So this media is very important. The digital media, of course, has to be supported by the other ATL and BTL activities. But having said that, technology has taken a major paradigm shift in our industry. Not that it was not there earlier, it was there even earlier, Kritika. But now actually the utility as well as the results, the outputs have been much better with digital technology, digital marketing than it was what it was earlier.
No, true. No, so as you said, now the paradigm shift is there. But earlier we had noticed there have been a lot of developers, especially when it comes to Indian real estate. They were not open to technology as much as once the pandemic hit us, right? Because now the virtual tours from the CRM, everything now developers are getting into it. So do you think prop tech companies which are there in India needs more support from the developers?
I mean, why would they require support from us? Because they are, I mean, independent, and the developers, in fact, have to. It's a marriage, okay, between them and us. So it's a
Yeah,
marriage. So this marriage will be successful if both of us decide to work together, okay.
of course.
And if the developer doesn't want to work, I mean, doesn't want to adopt to technology, then I think, I mean, there is no way that he can survive. So it is a question of adaptation to technology more than anything else. And I feel that the developers, at least all the you know the top developers, A grade as well as B grade,
Hmm.
mid-sized developers also have adapted to technology. I mean, I don't see any reason why they will not adapt to technology. Yeah.
True. So one thing which I've been asking from the top developers and which I want to ask from you also, we have noticed when it comes to branded developers, right? During the pandemic, a lot of customers, home buyers were moving towards branded developers because there's a trust factor. There is the promise which is given of amenities or the possession period. It's much there in comparison to unknown developers. So do you think in the future, more of the branded developers will be ruling the Indian real estate market?
See, I won't call that anybody is going to rule the market. Yes,
Hmm.
the branded developers will sustain. See, branded means what? They've adapted to technology. They've got processes.
Yeah.
Okay, they actually have that the human resources right in their place, that they're more customer centric. Okay, so there are a lot of aspects to actually term them as branded.
Hmm.
Branded is not only the quality, okay, branded also is the after sales service.
Yeah.
The relationship that you have, your customer uh, delight team has, your customer relationship team has with the customers, is very, very crucial. So how one can make them comfortable, the customers comfortable, is very important. So it's a relationship which will actually last a long way. I'll tell you, in Ekta, we've got about 20% sales which happen through referrals. Okay, which we feel that we need to increase that 20%. Okay,
Right.
to much more. We are today dependent on channel partners,
Hmm.
apart from the media. But channel partners, of course, they play a very important part. So I give them full credit for whatever they are doing for us. But having said that, the customer service is very important, which will get you mouth to mouth publicity and the referrals. This
True.
should be the target of all developers, that one has to keep your customer happy. As you know, that customer is king, and therefore to have a bond between the customer and the developer
Hmm.
is very important. Yeah.
True. So, sir, as you brought after sales service is important, right? So we are seeing few agency coming into the market where they are taking mandate, sales and marketing from developers, and this trend is now seeing a huge growth. So a lot of developers are now giving their sales and marketing mandate to these agencies. So do you think this would be the future in the end for Indian real estate, or developers will be also relying on their own marketing team as well when it comes to the later on stage of the selling?
See, Kritika, I mean, developers have realized that this is a specialized job. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that we are not capable of selling our own product.
Hmm.
Everybody is capable. But in tough times, you require an external support. Okay. You may not have that big a team
Hmm.
as these, I mean, marketing agencies, the people who are, in the business since a long time have got. Okay.
Hmm.
So, but doesn't mean that your customer relationship team in any way is going to get smaller. That has to be as strong as possible. The support that we developers get from the outsourced marketing team is for a period of maybe 3 to 6 months. It is only during the launch. It is not a permanent feature. Okay, they come, we join hands, we are partners, we have a relationship for 3 to 6 months, and that is the time that they are specialized in actually getting leads and conversions. Okay, so conversion of leads is a joint effort between the marketing team and the developers team. It never happens that the conversion is done solely by the marketing team. The developers themselves, their team are equally responsible, equally important in converting the leads to sales. But lead generation is a specialized job, which I feel that the marketing agencies are doing a great job, and we have seen a huge success because we've also tied up with a couple of them, and we've seen great success as far as this lead generation is concerned. But ultimately, when it comes to conversion, one has to sit himself and take those calls and convert the leads into sales. That's the key important thing. And today, I mean, cash flows is very important. And one has to have a balanced debt equity ratio. So in that sense, how does one increase the sales whereby the equity also gets balanced with the debt is very important. And that's why these agencies play a very important role.
True. So going forward for 2021 and 2022, what is the plan that Ekta World has? What are the projects that you're aiming to launch? Basically, what's in the pipeline for Ekta World now?
Yeah, so Kritika, I mean, we have realized that we have done very well in the luxury sector. Okay, that includes locations such as Khar, Bandra, Santa Cruz, Chembur, Matunga, Dadar. So we have performed well there, and we would like to remain in the luxury sector for the next couple of years. We also have, of course, the mid segment which is on like in 2 and 3 crores. So that also we're doing pretty well. But the projects in pipeline are both the mid segment, the semi luxury, the luxury, and the ultra luxury. So we have flats ranging from 2 crores and going up to 50 crores. So this is the place where we are. So I think the next couple of years we would rather remain in the specialized zone where we've seen good traction in the high end at present. Yeah, this is what our plans are.
So in a recent report, as we were discussing earlier, MMR region saw the highest, yearly decline in total unsold housing stock by the end of this quarter. So it was the highest year-on-year decline of unsold housing inventory in the last 7 years. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, so as I told you, the millennials, okay, they have realized, that yes, I'm working, my wife is working, I have a child. I need space to control my life. I was staying earlier in a rented place. Every 11 months or every 22 months, I had to look for another place. Now I want to own my space. That is the shift of the thought. Okay, from rental to ownership, because the rates today of interest on first ever in history, 6.75%. Okay, which, in my personal opinion, is the right time for people to take decisions. And therefore, the millennials who are actually not keen on buying have started taking decisions, and this has made a paradigm shift in reduction of unsold stock in the MMR. Then, of course, the NRIs also. I'll tell you. I've got a great interaction with NRIs personally, and they also realize that Kritika ke hamara watan hi rahega. We need a space in our country. Okay, maybe Mumbai, maybe Pune, maybe Bangalore, maybe Hyderabad, wherever, maybe Nasik. Nasik, like coming to Nasik has seen great traction. There has been a 78% increase in sales and reduction in unsold stock. So people have realized that yes, we need to come back to our country. We need a place in our own, Janma Bhumi,
True.
as we call it. Yeah. So these are the two, sections of society who have made a difference in the last 3 quarters.
So if you had to predict for this year, 2021, then what would be the 3 key trends or changes according to you that we would notice in this Indian real estate market? And of course, leaving the NRI part, because you have already pointed that out, definitely they are, the demand is rising from NRI front. But from you, I want to know what are the 3 key trends this year will see, a change maybe.
So, I mean, residential, I give a lot of, points and marks to residential because people have realized the value of the home. As I said earlier also, I'm repeating it, okay? कि घर हमेशा घर रहेगा. So Resi will see a great movement supported by commercial. Again, commercial also, I mean, smaller commercial units are doing well. Okay. Yeah. From, people want to work to home close by. They like to walk to the work. So it's going to be decentralized. So decentralization of commercial spaces is the other trend. Okay, so as I said, Resi going to take place. Then the decentralization of commercial is what is going to happen now. Yeah. And these two they come to my mind. And the third, of course, is very important. Is adaptation to technology, which I keep telling all my friends that if you shy from technology, then you shy from the industry. So you have to adapt to technology and don't shy from it, because it may be painful initially, but in the long run, if I can adapt to technology, because I started my career as a proprietor with 3 people, and today we have 300 people. So if we can do it, I'm sure all of us in the industry can adapt to technology and move ahead. Yeah.
Of course. So for this last particular segment where we ask developers, according to them, what are the main important aspects to keep in mind for residential sales and marketing automation?
See, residential sales and marketing automation, I mean, as I said, that either they have it in-house or they outsource it, but they need to, upgrade themselves as far as marketing is concerned. As far as customer relationship is, I'm telling you, is the most important account to me. Whether he's already a customer or he is a prospective customer, what are his needs? One has to, make a chart of what would the customer expect from us. So you'll come across at least 200 questions which will be in his mind before he takes a decision to buy. So customer mapping of the mind is, I think, the most crucial today. If you can map the mind of the customer, I'm telling you, you're sorted. Then you don't have to take any additional effort for sales.
And I think sales automation has become now important backbone for every developer.
Very true. So you start by mapping the customer's mind. Okay. Yeah. Automation will follow. But if you understood the mind of the customer, I think that is the most crucial part for us.
True, very true. So thank you so much, Mr. Ashok, for joining us today. It was lovely to hear you from the technology point of view. It's very refreshing to see few developers are actually adopting the technology and are open to technology. And it was lovely to have you today on Realty NXT.
Thank you, Kritika. Again, it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.